Hi guys! Super excited to talk to you today about loving your life. I'm not gonna lie, this is like my 97th take and I'm not super loving my life right now, but maybe this is the one. So, the first thing I want you guys to do is I want you to think of somebody who has gone through some pretty hard trials or is going through something hard right now, but that you've noticed is incredibly happy and you're kind of baffled by this. The person I think of is Meg Johnson. Meg Johnson was in some sort of accident. I don't know her whole story, but now she's confined to a wheelchair. And she goes around and does devotionals and speeches about the gospel or different kinds of things like finding joy in the journey and that type of thing. But the main thing is she's one of the happiest people I have ever seen. Like, it's almost overwhelming. She's so happy. And what is baffling to me is that we would look at her cards she was dealt and think, wow, that's really hard. And no one would blame her for not being happy. So she has been dealt these difficult circumstances, or what we would consider difficult circumstances, and she manages to be so happy. Now, how could that be? Well, first of all, I want to point out that circumstances are neutral and they're not what create our emotions. Our thoughts about our circumstances are what create our emotions. I'll give you another quick example with Meg. So, if Meg were to think, oh my goodness, being in this wheelchair is so hard, I've lost everything, I can't do this, I don't want to live life, she would feel very depressed, we would say. And then if Meg were to think, what a blessing that I'm still alive, what a blessing that I still have my kids, I am so grateful for my life, she'd feel happy, right? It makes sense when we say it like that, but then you guys go, well, Mallory, I'm trying to just like change my thoughts like that and it doesn't really work. Stay with me. Now I want you to think of somebody you know who you feel like has been dealt the perfect set of cards, but manages to be the most grumpy human being you've ever seen. So you feel like their life is perfect, which I'm sure it's not because nobody's life is. But they're not happy. They're always unhappy with something. I think of celebrities when I think of this because we tend to think that their lives are like this pedestal of perfection. They have a lot of money. They have a lot of, I don't know. I would think they have friends, but maybe they don't. Maybe that's part of why they're not happy. But I think of a celebrity when I think of this. Because we all think we'd be happy if we were rich and famous, right? Unless we think about it a little harder, then we realize actually that would be kind of hard. But again, this is an example of how our circumstances don't create our emotions. Our thoughts about them create our emotions. So the emotion of sadness or frustration would feel the same whether we were thinking, oh my goodness, it's so frustrating that I can't walk, to, oh my goodness, I can't believe that the swimming pool people didn't arrive here on time to install my pool. So those are the same feelings of frustration, even though they're completely different circumstances, and one seems frivolous and one seems real, or like a worthy reason to be sad. So what I want to show you guys is you can be happy about your life right now. And what I want to warn you guys against is waiting for something to make you happy, because it is not going to happen. In fact, when we think something is going to make us happy, we increase the chances that we are going to be disappointed when we do receive that thing. Say I have a goal to be able to climb to the top of the aerial silk. I do aerial silks with my sister and my mom occasionally, and if I were to make that goal, and if I were to climb to the top, I could very well still be disappointed because I could come back down, try it on my left side, and go, oh my gosh, I can't do it on my left, this sucks. Because of the thoughts I'm having, right? Just as right now, I could be just as proud if I went up 2 times and I say, oh my gosh, that's pretty dope. I did 2 climbs today. So, the things we tend to do this with are things like marriage, graduating college, graduating high school, moving out of our parents' house. These are all examples of things we say are going to make us happy. They're not. Please believe me when I say that. Now, maybe it will for a while because our thoughts will change and we'll go, oh my gosh, it's so nice to be out of my mom and dad's house. But eventually, it won't make us happy because we won't be having those thoughts anymore. We'll be thinking, I'm kind of lonely. I kind of miss my mom and dad's house. So I want to teach you guys how to use your thoughts to love your life. Now, this is not something I can teach you fully in a 5-minute video, but I can give you a snippet of what it can be like. So for now, I just want you to observe the thoughts that you're having about your life. I want you to notice when you have that negative thought and go, could I think something different about that? Or how could this be a good thing? Or how could this be a more neutral thing? And try and see the sides of that. I actually want you guys to comment below and tell me those things that you struggle with or those things that you're really happy with in your life and the thoughts that might be tied to it. Don't share anything personal if you don't want to, but I would love to hear from you guys, even if it's just one person. That'd be awesome. I love you guys so much, and thank you so much, especially if you watched to this point. I'll talk to you guys later. Stay calm.